Welcome back to my channel. Um yeah, this is two in one day. I'm coming to actually bring you all some sports. I got a request from Pal in Virginia. He was my old roommate when I was stationed out in Okinawa in the Marine Corps. So, shout out to him doing this thing out there on the East Coast. But yeah, so he kind of asked me, to kind of speak on, my predictions and my thoughts on the NBA playoffs. So this is obviously after, the first game of round one. So I'm just going to kind of go down the list on how they had the games broken out. As right now, the Bucks and Celtics. The Celtics beat the Bucks 113 to 107. Was it Rozier? He, his first playoff start, he came out. You know what I mean? He did his thing out there. We all knew Tatum was going to do his thing. With no Kyrie, and Gordon Hayward going out 6.5 minutes into the first game. People were kind of worried and thinking they had some trouble against the Bucks. But the Bucks, they came out like, I don't know. I mean, to me, I think Giannis is an animal, but he's definitely gonna have to develop a jump shot. Even if it's just the mid range, like he don't even need the three. If he just develops the mid range, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll definitely be. We'd be frying fish in the basement, cause I say we, but I'm just saying, like, it's a figure of speech. But yeah, he'll definitely be doing his thing. But I mean, I feel like the Bucks have a chance, but like I said, man, they still some young guys over there. I mean, so are the Celtics, but I think that'd be a good series. But I do think that Giannis is going to come out big, and do his thing. But it's going to be up to the rest of the team to kind of carry their weight. But yeah, I feel like the Celtics take that and take the series in six. Going next, the Jazz and Thunder. The Thunder beat the Jazz 116 to 108. I'm looking at my computer screen. That's why I'm kind of looking away. Just so I'm not being rude. So the Thunder beat the Jazz 116-108. As you know, Russell Westbrook's going to come out aggressive. Paul George sauteing. You got Russell Westbrook over there. He cooking. You know what I mean? He getting the thing started, dicing them up, dicing up like that. But Paul George came out, threw him in that pan and sauteed him. So you know what I mean. But for me, man, I feel like like I said, we kind of knew what Paul George and Westbrook would do. But my question is, when they having an off night with shooting or they having like a down game, can they get some help somewhere else? Steven Adams is going to be Steven Adams. He's going to get you 12 rebounds or so. And he'll get you some points, but they need KarlAnthony to stop standing around just trying to get free shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, he going to have to do something, post up, drive, or something like that. They're going to need more out of him. But the Thunder will take that. I think the Thunder's going to take it in 5. Which may be a lot to say, but I feel like the Thunder's going to take that in 5. Going to the Heat and 76ers, who are playing right now. The Heat are up 91-75 on the 76ers. I don't know if anybody saw them beating them like that, but the Heat always come tough. They always come tough. Pause. But they definitely gonna make you play hard and give you a challenge. They ain't no pushovers. They ain't gonna roll over and just let you take it. Pause again. But yeah, definitely. I think I don't know that. I think the Heat and 76ers, and people may think I'm tripping, but I think the Heat and 76ers, and you see me hesitating to say this, I don't know. I think they're gonna go 6-7 games. I heard the 76ers beating the Heat in 5, but it's not gonna be that easy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think they might go a game 7, but I think the 76ers ultimately will pull it in 6. But yeah, definitely Hassan Whiteside is definitely doing better than he did last game already, because that was terrible. That man definitely went ghost on him. You know what I'm saying? That Bama definitely went ghost on him. So, as long as he show up, it'll be a competitive match. But if he disappear like he did last game again, yeah, this one will be over in 6. But if he show up for the rest of them, they'll go Game 7. We got the Spurs and Warriors. Ain't much to say, man. Kawhi Leonard is a big factor, plays a huge part for the Spurs. Aldridge, to me, and this is kind of something, to me, I feel like he's overrated. I feel like he gets more recognition than he should. And to me, that kind of comes from some inconsistencies that I see in his game. Because he definitely, to me, he has the potential, young. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's playing that aggressive, angry ball, not that, I wouldn't say angry, but that passionate ball, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Where Bama's want to go out there and they trying to eat, then yeah, they definitely. But you know what I'm saying? If these Bamas be out there sleeping and just bull jiving, and they'll mess around and get swept, young. But they might pull a sleep on the Warriors to do it in 5, young. But the Spurs definitely, they got to come out there and do their thing. It's unfortunate we couldn't see Kawhi Leonard get his revenge on the Warriors, just because I would like to see a good series. But as we know, he's not playing, and I don't even know what's gonna happen, as far as him staying or going or whatever. But if they trade him, they could definitely get something good for him. Definitely a first-round pick, and maybe a couple players. Because he's definitely that good. He's that valuable. You know what I mean? But if somebody ain't comfortable, I don't care how healthy the test results say they are. If you ain't comfortable, you still ain't going to be 100%, because you're not going to be playing hard because you ain't comfortable. So, for me, being 100% is more than what the books say. You mentally got to be there. You definitely got to feel like you in there. So, we definitely... We'll see Kawhi Leonard back on the court. Don't know if it'll be with the Spurs, but, we definitely love to see you back out there, bruh. You know what I mean? So, if you ever come across this, Trav is rooting for you out there. We definitely have a spot for you on the Wizards. If you try and come out, you see the Redskins flag. Hey, DC all the way. You know what I'm saying? I be hearing people repping, I'm from DC, but then they throw up, they be repping DC, but then I see a Cowboys flag, or they be rooting for the Cowboys or some other team, and you ain't really DC if you ask me. But that's neither here nor there. But that's it for that one. On to the Rockets and T-Wolves, man. That was a good game, man, but I feel like the Timberwolves messed up, because that was the game to pull. Because when the Rockets are not playing that well, then, you know what I mean, that's the game that you pull when you, you know what I'm saying, when the opportunity arises. Because, obviously James Harden is going to do his thing, but, when the rest of the team is not shooting great, then you got to take advantage of that. So one of the huge things I think they messed up is, why are you not feeding KarlAnthony Towns the ball in the paint? They were doing a lot of switches. They was doing like 1-5 picks to get him the mismatch. And you got Chris Paul on him, or you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feed him the rock, man. Like, let him go to work, especially when he got him posted up. So I was like, why are they not feeding him the rock down in the paint? You feed KarlAnthony Towns the rock down in the paint, I think on any of them on that team, he's going to score. He's going to cook. You know what I'm saying? So Clint Capella is the only one, you know what I'm saying, that will give him some contest down there, that, you know what I'm saying, on defense. So, you definitely, if Clint Capella's not on him, you give him the rock immediately. You clear everybody out, let him go to the paint, and you dish him the rock. But I feel like that's kind of where they messed up. I don't know why they weren't. I feel like they weren't executing the game plan, because the way they played, that could not have been the game plan. They didn't stick to the game plan, because I'm sure you don't run a 1-5 pick and not plan on the mismatch. So that's what I'm saying. You get the mismatch and not give him the ball. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? To me, that's all IQ and stuff like that. But for me, like, that stuff Jimmy Butler needs to know better. Andrew Wiggins definitely got to step up. To me, he's not a for sure dominant number 3 on that team, and that's something that I feel like they're missing right now. So he needs to step up and show he could be that number 3, because if not, they might go down, young. Like, they might go down at 5. And they better hope for another bad game like this so they could pull one away. But they definitely lost an opportunity in this one, because you can't count on Chris Paul and them not shooting that well every game. And you know what I'm saying? Luckily enough, James Harden was able to go out there and put up 44 and stuff, which, you know, I mean, you know, he going to drop 30, but, you know, if he don't get 40, then, you know, you may have an opportunity to go out there and do something. But you definitely got to get over the pick and roll. You can't be going under the pick and roll, because he will shoot your lights out and stuff like that. You can't be scared to get beat to the basket, because you rather give up 2 than 3 for real. Because then at least you know you give it to KarlAnthony Towns, and he'll get you 2 right back. So then it's even. You know what I'm saying? But if you let him get 2, 3, 4 3-pointers because you're going under the pick and roll, you know what I'm saying? Or y'all not communicating and one switch but the other one don't, so you leave a man open, then that's how you get down real quick. And I feel like that's something that happened. And, you know, as you try to, you know, battle back and stay in the game, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's too late. Which takes me on to the next one with the Cavs, which I feel like happened, where they kind of they started battling back, because they were down 23. They started battling back. They got down 7 or something like that. But you know, we know Brown gonna put up his numbers. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got a triple-double. He gonna put up his numbers, but you know, without George Hill, what are you gonna do? You know, you need somebody else to step up, because I mean, for me, you know, and this may be, you know, debatable, so definitely let me know what you think in the comments. But you gotta put J.R. Smith back out there. You gotta start J.R. Smith at this point. You know, because Rodney ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know what you're gonna get from Kevin Love. You know what you're gonna get from Brown. But I feel like they got to be more aggressive. If you see every shot they take, these Bama's take shots, and all 5 of them are going back to play defense. And I'm like, young, like, somebody got to crash the board, young. Put Kevin Love in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You want to stretch the court because, you know, Brown going to drive or whatever, but nobody was doing anything, so they had all 5 people driving on LeBron when he drove to the basket. He getting contact from 5 different Bammers and trying to score, you know what I'm saying? And he still, you know, put up his numbers, but somebody else got to step up and make those shots. So at that point, you know, I feel like you got to put JR in there, and you got to tell your guys be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Have your 5 and your 4 crash the boards, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Like, you get out rebounded when you have nobody crashing the boards. Like, yeah, for me, that was kind of a mishap. And for me, they didn't make it. Excuse me, they didn't make adjustments. They didn't make the adjustments they needed to make. You know, same thing. I saw them kind of go under a lot of pick and rolls. When I'm like, young, once you see a Bama knocking down shots, you get up in his grill. As soon as you get that ball, you get up. You know. Yeah, I almost slipped up and said something wild, but you know, you gotta, you know, step up. You gotta put your hand in their chest. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make them feel your presence for real, because if Bama's that comfortable where he's like, man, ain't nobody doing nothing. You know, you give him enough room to pull up, he gonna keep pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stop that early. You gotta go in there. You gotta give contact, be physical. You gotta make Bama's, you know, look to draw the foul. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sometimes you gotta give a hard foul, or you gotta bump a Bama. You know what I'm saying? So when he goes the next time, he think you're gonna bump him looking for the foul, and you don't even get that much contact. He throw his own shot off because he's looking for the contact. So, you know, those are some of the things that you gotta do. I feel like, you know, Jeff Green, you know, like I said, defensively, I feel like, you know, you gotta play Tristan Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of all the stuff that's going on, I don't care about none of that, Slim. You gotta play him, and he gotta stop being soft cookie oatmeal cream pie out there, and you know, play physical himself. You know what I'm saying? Because in the finals they won, the Bama gotta, you know, you gotta get them rebounds. You gotta be physical, go up there, dunk the ball, and like, you can't be scared of that contact. Go up strong. You know what I mean? And don't stop looking for the foul. Stop trying to call the foul for me and all this other stuff, man, because that's not always gonna happen. You know, so I definitely, Definitely say that. I know it's a couple teams I'm missing. Where is it? Oh yeah, the Pelicans and Trailblazers. Um, you know what I'm saying? To me, and like for me, that's the series I really want to watch him, just because Dame Lillard's my man, dog. He be frying out there. So shout out to Dame. You know what I'm saying? CJ McCullough. The first half, like they had like 3 points or something, 3 buckets. So they picked it up second half, but I feel like when you start off the kind of that slow, is hard to make that comeback. But yeah, I don't think they'll come out like that. Shooting that bad. Tomorrow, at 7:30 p.m., they play the Pelicans. They're not gonna come out that slow. You know what I mean? They're just gonna score. But I feel like you don't have an answer for Anthony Davis, man. Anthony Davis and the Bama's an animal, Slim. Like he's an animal. So it's you got to figure out something, man. You got to do some voodoo magic or something to Anthony Davis if you try to stop him, But I feel like they don't have an answer for Dame Lillard either. You know what I'm saying? So I think he did get the who was it? Drew Holiday got that block on him, but I think when he gets going, there ain't no stopping him either. So that's a good series to watch. You know what I mean? But yeah, they'll go 6 or 7 games, man. But as far as my prediction on who I got winning that one, man, I want Dame and them to pull through, but I feel like Anthony Davis is just too much of a monster for them to do anything. But last, usually they say last but not least, but I don't even know how to address this one. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., you got the Wizards and the Raptors. You got, man. All right. So as a Wizards fan, I'm probably about to grill them right now, but for me, why is Gortat still on that roster? You got Gortat and Mahinmi. But see, this is my thing. Mahinmi's a backup, right? So you can't grill him the same as you would Gortat, because Gortat's the starter. Like, why is he still on that roster? You should have traded him before the deadline. Everybody's talking about trade John Wall. The team played better. But, you see them Bama's in the end when they playing, when they need to, these Bama's stanking it up. And then, you know what I'm saying? So this is my thing. John Wall is undisputed the best player on the Wizards roster. Undisputed. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Bradley Beal as the number 2. They did play better. They passed the ball and stuff like that. But you have to when, nobody else on the team is stepping up and not making shots and playing aggressive like they want to win. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to John Wall. Keep doing your thing, bro. Don't listen to the haters out there, even if they are DC fans, because, at the time, DC fans flip-flop anyway. They just kind of follow what the trend is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely shout out, man. Keep doing your thing. Yeah, and take care of yourself. You and Bradley Beal, stay healthy, because, Scott Brooks, he's just going to run his best players to the ground. He just run them to the ground. Like, he don't get them no help or nothing like that. He just destroys his players. So, definitely need to get Gortat off the roster. We need to get a real athletic big man in there. So let's see what moves are made. I say if you can get Kawhi, definitely go for it, but I doubt he would want to go there, because he like, man, I'm already, coming off an injury. I ain't about to go play for Scotty Brooks, and this Bama about to run me to the ground and have my quad all torn. That junk gonna be sitting on the floor on the court when he out there trying to play. So, yeah, man, definitely, you know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. The Heat only up by 2. Let's see how this game finishes out. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely looking forward to see what happened. To see if some of these teams down can even out the series. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Shout out to Powell out there in VA. You know what I mean? And if anybody else got anything, like I said, drop it in the comments. Let me know, and I'll see you all next time.